Welcome to our short insight interviews for the Canberra International Film Festival. I have here with me the director Simon Weaving. My name is Sarwat Maqbool, and we will be taking a closer look at some of the films that are included in this year's festival. The film that we are talking about today is called Enter the Void. It's directed by Gaspar Noé. So Simon, tell us a bit more about this film.
Yeah, this is an extraordinary piece of cinema, one of my favourites. In fact, I saw this at the Cannes Film Festival 2 years ago and I've been chasing it ever since. It's made by Gaspar Noé, as you mentioned, and he's really famous, quite a controversial filmmaker. He made a film called Irreversible a few years ago. And this extends his style as a director. He takes you on a real journey. He's a very experiential kind of director. And what he gives you in Enter the Void is something that you could only experience in the cinema. This is not an experience you could get by reading a book or any other art form. It really is true cinema. He's taking you into the central character's perspective, this young man called Oscar, and you almost become Oscar. And Oscar lives in Tokyo, and he likes a few drugs. So when he takes some drugs, you go on this kind of neon pulsing trip that he's experiencing. It's quite an amazing piece of cinema.
That is a very strong theme. So do you reckon the performances are strong as well?
Yeah, look, it's really, there are two key actors, Oscar, played by Neil Brown, and his sister. His sister is actually working in a nearby brothel. But the film really isn't a character-based study. It's really about the experience of cinema. You ultimately go on a journey of the soul. You follow Oscar's soul as it's whizzing and flying above the streets of Tokyo, and it's quite a breathtaking, pulsing experience for the viewer, quite unlike anything else you'll ever experience. And I probably should warn people in a sense that it's a very long film. It's 154 minutes. And look, there were people at the viewing that I saw in Cannes who didn't last the distance, who'd had enough of it. But for me, one of my favourite films of the festival, quite breathtaking. You literally will not see anything else like this anywhere else but at the cinema.
So does this film have the same level of violence as other Gaspar Noé films?
That's a really good question. In his film Irreversible, it was controversial because of a brutal rape scene. But this isn't as violent. In fact, there's not much violence at all. Because his sister works in a brothel, there's plenty of explicit sex scenes in this film. So if you don't want to see that, then this is probably not going to be the film for you.
So who do you recommend should come and watch this film?
Look, I think anybody who's passionate about cinema, who really wants to see cinema at the cutting edge, a style of filmmaking unparalleled anywhere else in the world. Gaspar Noé is the only guy doing this kind of work. You should come and see this film.
Thank you so much, Simon. Do check out our other Insight interviews for the 14th Canberra International Film Festival if you want to know a little bit more about the films that we are showcasing. Thank you.